Hi everybody, welcome back to 26T Studios.
Another edition of Mulligan's Island.
I'm Dunsey.
And I'm Gags. This week we're going to have some new features, as you'll see.
New stuff.
New stuff, and some of the old stuff, and bringing back Dilemma of the Week.
Dilemma, yes.
All right, stay tuned. Mike, we are halfway through the season.
Can you believe it?
Oh, crazy.
We waited so long to get started, and now it's already half over.
Halfway.
Amazing.
Yeah. Speaking of halfway, we also have to let you know on a public service announcement.
That's true.
What did J-Mo want us to remind everybody?
He is collecting for second half skins. So if you didn't pay him for the second half,
right,
make sure you get him your $30, and he'll be starting that, I believe, next week, his
right.
second half.
Johnny
but
does two nine-week sessions, yeah.
he did say their holes are worth $25 a piece right now. Woo, baby.
And remember, if you don't want to get in, let Johnny know also, and you will be sponsored. You don't get the money,
Nope.
but you'll be sponsored.
Horton, Wait and Ward will be glad to take your money that you win.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of the Sheeny Bowl.
Yeah, boy. Big news.
If you can believe it, DJ Darwin Johnson hit for another big skin. $126 this time.
2 weeks in a row.
He parred number 8 with 2 strokes, which gives him a net eagle.
Right.
So he's got $316 in the last 2 weeks.
Now, here's the best part of that. How did he spend some of that money yesterday, Mike?
He bought some beers for the boys.
Boy, you guys should have stuck around.
I'm telling you.
Man, were they cold
They
and
were
good?
cold. They were free.
Good job, Darwin. Keep on
Thank you,
winning,
Darwin.
buddy.
Keep winning. Oh,
Nope.
you know who else won a skin yesterday? Ron Fry.
Oh, Ron Fry.
Ron Fry parred number 2 yesterday with 2 strokes and got $62.
This 2-stroke nonsense is getting crazy.
Yeah, I know. It's the.
Now, as far as the the unclassified, undocumented pool.
I was going to ask you about that. I know that Wardo wasn't here yesterday, and I know that Mark Baldwin collected the money.
Right.
But then I saw him give you the clipboard to figure out who won.
Didn't want any part of it. Right.
So who's got the clipboard?
We have a real mess on our hands here. Hopefully, J-Mo picked it up. He was the last one to leave the table.
No. Oh, no.
Oh, man. Mark, do not put me in charge. Anything. Not responsible.
The Wardo pool.
Might have to start a new chart, but anyway, it's a mess. It's a mess. Just if you win, great.
It's over and it's safe.
Mike, it's weather time.
Yeah,
Man.
weather. There's nothing that we ever say about the weather except hot. Very, very hot. And yesterday, it was not only hot, but there wasn't hardly any breeze. I know.
Yeah.
You know, there's good things and bad things about no breeze.
Right.
The bad thing is when it's hot like that, you are just sweating, dripping. But there's good things too, Jim.
Yeah, and stay tuned. We're going to show you the good things when there's not a lot of wind. Well, Mike, the new feature.
Yes.
A drone for 2020.
A drone camera, which gives you a bird's eye view
Right.
of what we're doing out there on the course. Now, this was the first time we've actually filmed people in the league golfing, and from a drone. And we started getting complaints about the buzzing, about it bothers you, and da-da-da. Yeah, play the little violin. I'm telling you what, people, the technology's here. The drone's going to be part of the game from here on out.
Deal with it.
Deal with it. It's just going to be like if there's a big crowd cheering as you walk up to the green, like all the spectators where we were at number 9.
Right, you hear a lot of cat calls going.
If you want to be a professional golfer, I know you all do, you got to get used to all the noise.
Right, just block it out, carry on, and you could be on an edition of Mulligan's Island.
That's right.
From afar. Hey, Mike, on the health front, you have some news with Frank, right?
Yeah, Frank said that he is hoping to be back next week. He was hoping to be back this week, but he had a doctor's appointment. The doctor said, you got to come, so
Okay.
hopefully he'll be back next week. His partner, Jeff Stella, who also hasn't been there for a couple of weeks, has got something going on with his shoulder. And so he's been out, and hopefully he'll be back next week.
Yeah. It'd be nice to get the boys back
Yeah,
with us and playing
maybe
golf.
Get back, because the subs are really starting to get on everybody's nerves, and we'll get into that when we get to matches.
Right. Well, some of us had pretty decent days yesterday.
Yes.
Who was the stars of yesterday's event, Mike?
Gross scores, low gross scores, Mike Florio and Marty Rapson. Both shot 38. Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Tim Campbell, super sub, and John Morano shot 39.
Yeah, who did J-Mo play?
You.
He was a buzzsaw.
You told us last week that they would come back and play well.
Yeah, and everybody plays Jimmy, puts on the cape, baby.
Andy Mundros, Chris Porman, Jeff Powers, another sub,
Another super sub.
and Steve Staley, another super
Yeah,
sub.
the team was back
all
together.
shot 40.
Yeah.
So that's pretty good. 8 players, 40 and under yesterday. On the low net scores, we had 26 players. Net par better. Not quite as good as last week on the hills.
Last week we
when
were
we
on
had
fire last week.
28.
Fire.
But this week was good. We had John Filios, who maybe shot the best he's ever shot in the league, who shot a net 27X.
27 with an X?
27, and he picked up on a hole. A net 27.
Well, that deserves to be shot at. That's BS.
Tim Campbell and J-Mo
J-Mo.
shot net 29. So that takes us up to 9 players now who have shot net scores under 30.
Right. If you're playing me next week, be prepared for a great round
Great
of golf.
round.
Great round of golf.
Ron Fry, Ryan Riccardi, and Dave Schaff all shot net 30. Dave Schaff, nice.
He's on fire, man.
Fred Hill,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
Jim-
Fred over the hill.
Fred Over the Hill, and Jim Paffhausen,
Right.
Jimmy P,
Mm-hmm.
shot 31 net. And then as we let them roll, we had Baldwin, Batts, Joy, Lynn, Poorman shot 32. Dunn, Kircher, Staley
What the hell?
shot net 33. Boss, Bonder, Gagliard, Kapler, Mundros, Thomas, and Bill Young shot net 34. And Bad Warren and Marty Rapson shot net 35. So pretty good.
Pretty good day. Pretty good day.
So that always brings us, after we get the low nets, to our Hacker of the Week. And guess who it was? My partner, Chris Bartnicki.
Doc sniffing that tank at the shop there. You know?
Chris shot 50 yesterday for a net 41. He was not happy. I was not happy. But he's my partner, and I'll
Yeah.
give him all the support.
Yes.
He'll
Yep.
be back next week and probably shoot a real 41.
Yeah.
So, you know.
Dental stuff he's sniffing. So my partner, Mr. Horton, was away on another golf trip, and Jellenwood sub form, and this particular shot you're looking at is on the 7th hole of the woods. Now the area that he's aiming is really small, but
If you look at the cart path, you'll notice that it's coming off number 3 to his right, and then to the left is the cart path going up to 7. It looks like just a jail of trees in front of him. So what happened?
well, he pointed out prior to the filming of where he was going to go. Not only did it go there, it rolled within 5 feet of the pin. What?
Unbelievable.
The man called the shot, Mike. That's all I can tell you.
Great shot, Jeff.
Attaboy.
Give him a big round of applause.
Had some close matches out there yesterday, Mike.
We did.
Yeah,
We did.
as always.
There was only one tie, and that was my group.
Even with the dental sniffing guy.
Yeah, Bears and Stukes tied me and Bartnicki, 2020. And it was really interesting because Doc and Sammy went from 3rd to 4th with a tie, and Chris and I went from 7th to 5th with a tie.
Kind of makes
We
you
both
wonder.
got the same number of points. We moved up 2 spots. They moved down a spot. Don't understand.
You know,
But-
when you're running a computer, there's some strange stuff that goes on. So keep
Yeah.
an eye on that dude.
We had a couple of very close matches.
Mm-hmm.
That 21-19, that barely won. Bats and Lynn beat English and Fry 21-19. And Dellenwood and Jack beat Riccardi, who subbed for O'Neill, and Yaquinto 21-19.
A lot of subs yesterday. I don't know how we
Close. 9 subs yesterday. It was crazy.
went deep into the sub list.
And then we also usually mention the 22-18 close victories, which was JMO and its 39 and Dozy against you and
Jellenwood.
22-18. And then there's always that one match. You know the one match. The one where somebody doesn't do well and somebody does very well, which we normally refer to as the beatdown of the week.
Who we got, Mike?
Boston Portman stepped up, played a great game, and beat Johnson & Johnson 30-10.
Even after Darwin won all the money.
Darwin wins all the money because he has one good hole, but Johnson & Johnson lose 30-10. Boston Portman, who's then just kind of down there, move up into the top 10 with that big victory.
Mike, let's bring back a segment that was very popular, and we'll get some more of these, but it's the dilemma of the week. And courtesy of our new technology, we were able to take the drone up and film this dilemma firsthand. Mike, talk about it.
So there's always been a question about what happens if you're on hole number 9 on the woods, and you hit it to the right of the screen on the tee box of number 1 in the lakes.
Right.
And the rule on the course rule is if you hit it to the right of the screen, you can take a drop inside the screen, on the left of the screen, but you have to take the drop between the screen and the cart path.
All right. Let's take a look and see what happened, Mike.
So John Filios hit his ball, and it actually was almost underneath the screen, kind of stuck under there. And he was, as you see, he's picking up the screen. He's trying to figure out how he can hold it up with one hand, hit it with the other. So I went down as the course official,
right,
and told him, look, here's your option. You take the ball, you drop it, and then you play it from there. But the cool thing about dropping it between the screen and the cart path is that if you drop it right, and if you don't, you're crazy, it'll roll down and onto the cart path. And then once it's on the cart path, according to our league rules, you can play it from either side of the cart path, no closer to the hole. So there you go. You roll across the cart path. Now you're across the cart path on a flat spot. As long as you're not closer to the hole, chip it up and in, one putt, walk away with your
That's
putt.
courtesy of the GGO. Golf
And
Group
that-
official right there.
There you go. And that was the dilemma of the week.
All right, Mike. Well, brings us to the standings and a little bit of shake-up, but not a lot of change. Go
Not
ahead.
a lot. T-Joy and Dr. K still on top
Oh, boy.
with 226 points, yeah.
Yep.
The Dubs, who weren't here and had subs,
Super subs. The
The
team.
Dubs with
had
subs.
the team back together.
had moved into second with 222 points. Sinagra and Stella, who also had subs, neither one of them were here,
Nope.
moved into third place with 220. Doc Bears and Sammy Stooks tied their match and dropped into fourth.
That's rude, Mike.
Bart and Dunsey tied their match and moved up into fifth. A tie for fifth, actually, with Badwarn and Jimmy P. At 211
So
points.
Badwarn is below his season
He's
goal.
dropped below fourth. On the bottom, as we always relate, Bald and Over the Hill, still in 20th place with 180 points. And Lynn holding on to that 21st place with 176.
They're doing their job. Yep.
And Bonder and Sarabian with another no-show from Sarabian.
Hello, if anybody sees them,
Are
let them
down
know
to-
we're still golfing. It's not December.
22nd place, and they're 13 points out of 21st.
Well, we hoped you liked some of our new features, the taking the drone up. Also, the dilemma was back.
The dilemma was back,
and we were able to capture it up top. Well, I'm Gags.
And I'm Dunsey. And remember, Bruce Crampton once said, golf is a compromise between what your ego wants you to do, what experience tells you to do, and what your nerves let you do. See you next week on Mulligan's Island.